3. Grammar point, simple present. Before we review the simple present in affirmative and in negative, let's review the questions for simple present that we studied in the previous unit. Here we have 6 exercises. Each exercise is an incomplete question and an answer. You need to complete the question. To be able to complete the question, you need to read the answer and think what is the question. And make sure that you follow our chart. Let's check the first one. Where? In Vancouver, Canada. The question is, where does he live? And this follows the rules of word order in questions. Where, question word, does, auxiliary, he, subject, live, the base form. Let's do the others. What do? He's a musician. How do we ask in English the activity of a person? We ask by asking, what does he do? Where in Canada and abroad. We want to know about work. So the question is, where does he work? Smoke? No, he doesn't. We want to know about his habits and smoke. So the question is, does he smoke? No, he doesn't. Exercise much? No, he doesn't. We want to know his routine about exercise. So the question is, does he exercise much? No, he doesn't. Number 5. What kind of women? Intelligent and funny ones. We are interested in asking the kind of women that interest him. So we ask by saying, what kind of women does he like? Intelligent and funny ones. And number 6, to his mother about girls? No, he doesn't. And the question is, does he talk to his mother about girls? No, he doesn't. This was a review of the questions in simple present. But now let's study simple present affirmative, negative, questions, short answer that is affirmative, and short answer that is negative. Remember, in English, we need to sound polite. We can't say yes or no. We need yes plus something or no plus something. Remember, we need in affirmative, I, you, we, and they is just the base form, but he, she, it is the base form plus S. In negative, we always need an auxiliary, and the auxiliary has the S. The verb is in the base form. For questions, we need an auxiliary, do or does. Do for I, you, we, they. Does for he, she, and it. The minimum short answer for yes, when it's I, you, we, or they, is yes, I do. For no, no, I don't. The minimum answer for he, she, it is yes, she does, or no, she doesn't. Now there are 4 extra things you need to remember. You need to remember 4 rules for the S. The first one is that in general, the normal thing is to add an S, only an S, for he, she, it. If your verb ends in a Y, and before the Y there is a consonant, you delete the Y and you add IES. So consonant plus y changes a little. Another rule you need to remember is that verbs that end in sh, s, ch, and x, you need to add es. And we have some verbs that are a little irregular, and they are very normal verbs. Go, goes, do, does, have, has. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 things to remember. This is the normal situation. A special situation with a verb that ends in consonant y. A special situation for verbs that end in sh, s, ch, x. And 3 irregular verbs. When do we need this simple present? We need simple present when we talk about things we do every day, every week, every year, or things that are always true. When we talk about every day, every week, every year, we usually talk about frequency. So many times when we use the simple present, we need adverbs and expressions of frequency. Last year, we studied adverbs like always, often, sometimes, usually, hardly ever, and never. When you use these adverbs of frequency, the adverb of frequency usually go before the main verb. So, he never goes out. I can say he goes out without an adverb, but if I use an adverb, he never goes out. He always goes out. But not after the verb. He goes never out. No, that is incorrect. So adverbs of frequency usually go before the main verb, except for the verb to be. She's always late. Here's the verb to be, and the adverb is after the verb. Not she always is late. No, she's always late. He's never home. Okay? And the other thing you need to remember is that sometimes we don't use an adverb. We don't use a word. We use an expression like every day, once a week, and those go at the end of the sentence. I have English classes twice a week. We don't say twice a week I have English classes, or I have twice a week English classes. No, if it is an expression, to the end. The book suggests these 2 exercises. The first one is pure mechanics, so stop the video and try to do it, because after I count to 3 in my head, you will see the exercise solution. The second exercise, you need to include the verb that makes sense. And after counting to 3, stop the video because I will show the result, the solution.